Evening, ladies and gentlemen, out in Zoom land. This is the Zoom meeting of the Ware Selectmen's weekly meeting for the 15th of March, 2021. We'll have a roll call of those that are here. Vice Chairman Hippler.
Present.
Sherry Burdick.
Present.
John Osborne.
Present.
John Mann.
I'm here.
Okay, we're all here. Okay, the first item on the agenda is to swear in the newly elected officials. I see Wayne Meady and Steve Roberts here. We'll start with Steve Roberts. So first, Steve, if you got a copy of the oath of office, and just repeat after me.
Raise your right hand.
Yeah, raise your right hand so we can see it. I state your name.
I, Steve Roberts,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform
discharge and perform
all the duties incumbent upon me as a member of the Board of Fire Wards,
all the duties incumbent on me as member of the Board of Fire Wards,
according to the best of my abilities,
according to the best of my abilities,
agreeably to the rules and regulations,
agreeably to the rules and regulations,
the Constitution and the laws of the state of New Hampshire,
the Constitution and the laws of the state of New Hampshire.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Okay. Congratulations, Steve.
Thank you.
The next one we'll swear in will be Wayne Meady. You there, Wayne? Except you're muted.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. Okay. I state your name.
I, Wayne Meady,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform
discharge and perform
all the duties incumbent on me as a member of the Board of Fire Wards,
all the duties incumbent on me as a member of the Board of Fire Wards,
according to the best of my abilities,
according to the best of my abilities,
agreeably to the rules and regulations,
agreeably to the rules and regulations,
the Constitution and the laws of the state of New Hampshire,
the Constitution and the laws of the state of New Hampshire.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Okay, congratulations. Okay, who else do we have to swear in?
You have Sarah.
Okay, this is Sarah.
Sarah is the trustee of the trust fund.
Trust
She's
fund.
on here.
Yep.
Sarah, you still with us?
I am here.
Yeah, I
Okay.
see her.
Yeah.
Okay, Sarah, repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Sarah Wordy,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform
discharge and perform
all the duties incumbent on me,
all the duties incumbent on me
the member of the Board of Trustees,
as a member of the Board of Trustees,
according to the best of my abilities,
according to the best of my abilities,
agreeably to the rules and regulations,
agreeably to the rules and regulations,
Constitution and the laws of the state of New Hampshire,
the Constitution and the laws of the state of New Hampshire.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, we've got the two important ones. Save the best for last.
That's not very nice.
Ricky, are you ready?
I am.
Okay. I state your name.
I, Frederick W. Hippler,
You solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform
discharge and perform
all the duties incumbent upon me
all the duties incumbent upon me
as a member of the Board of Selectmen,
as a member of the Board of Selectmen,
according to the best of my abilities,
according to the best of my abilities,
agreeably to the rules and regulations,
agreeably to the rules and regulations,
Constitution and the laws of the state of New Hampshire,
the Constitution and the laws of the state of New Hampshire,
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Ricky, and welcome back.
Thank you.
Next one will be Sherry Burdick. You ready, Sherry?
Yep.
I state your name.
I, Sherry M. Burdick,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform
discharge and perform
all the duties incumbent upon me
all the duties incumbent on me as a select woman,
according to the best of my abilities,
according to the best of my abilities,
agreeably to the rules and regulations,
agreeably to the rules and regulations,
the Constitution and the laws of the state of New Hampshire.
the Constitution and the laws of the state of New Hampshire.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Okay, congratulations, Sherry. Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, do you have anybody else that has to get sworn in, or the other ones are,
Nope, the rest are just part of the meeting.
okay. The other committee members will be postponed till we get all their paperwork in.
Well, that's after.
Okay, so we've done that. The next item would be public comment. Do we have anybody for public comment?
I would like to make a comment.
Okay, Brittany Hunt, you'll have the floor.
Hi, so my name is Brittany Hunt, and I'm an owner in All Seasons Campground Condominium. I came here today to speak with you guys about being denied a propane delivery. So basically, with the roads blocked off, I have asked the board of directors now 3 or 4 times, and they are refusing to open the roads for my particular propane company to be let into just to access my unit, just to deliver. However, they have let in AmeriGas and Rhymes. So I would also like to bring up a few other things. They're denying access to the property that I own, the land that I own. I understand that I cannot be there this month. However, propane, that's my heating fuel in order to keep my house warm to prevent property damage. Another thing that I would like to mention is that All Seasons is basically trying to use the town, at least from what I have seen, they're trying to use the town and the selectmen, the board, and the police to essentially manage the association for them. Where if you look into their tax records, they have paid $0 in taxes since this whole thing was opened up. Not to mention that they pick and choose which rules and guidelines to follow, because they consider themselves both a campground and a condominium. So they're picking and choosing from the New Hampshire rules and regulations that they need to follow, and they essentially decide which ones they want to follow. The bylaws were bought in 1985, and really, it would be nice if the town were to have some sort of say and tell them that it's time to rewrite these bylaws. They need to be current with the times. There's so many selective enforcement and so much harassment going on between the board of directors and its owners, and we have no rights. We have no one to contact other than the board of directors for answers to our questions or to issues that we might have. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. I'm not sure if there's much that can be done as far as you guys, obviously you can't just go open the gates to allow the propane company in, but there needs to be some sort of action taken as a town, I think, because they're essentially taking advantage of the town services.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay,
I would like to make public comment.
I recognize Eileen Meany.
Thank you, Chairman Meany. So I'm Eileen Meany. I'm town moderator. I just wanted to read a statement and then to ask the board something. So first of all, my statement. Congratulations to those who are continuing their service or are newly elected to town and school board offices and positions. My sincere thanks to all of you who threw your hat in the ring. I admire your willingness to step into the arena. Running for public office takes grit, and I hope you will continue to be engaged in the work of supporting the community. Ware needs your continued involvement. On a personal note, I'd like to thank the Ware voters for taking the time to participate in our democratic process. I'd also like to thank the many town employees from the DPW, the Ware, Fire, Police, EMS, Town Clerk, Town Administrator, Town Finance Director, supervisors of the checklist, Board of Selectmen, and most importantly, the incredible volunteers, who include not only the volunteers who work the election, but all of the volunteers that do all of the pre-work leading up to the election, including the Finance Committee, planning boards, conservation committees, all of these committees. These are volunteers who spend hours making sure that their warrant articles have appropriate public hearings and public comment periods, and work diligently to make sure that our town continues to progress and along the path that it needs to. That incredible work ensures a fair, efficient, and transparent election. And I appreciate the continued hard work and dedication that all of these great amount of people put forth in assisting me in doing my role, which is hosting the election. So I'd like to say thank you. I really appreciate all their work. The one thing I wanted to ask the board, now that we have our confirmed board for 2021, one of the issues that I consistently run up against in my role are issues of ethics and questions about ethical conduct of members of committees. And I'd like to encourage the board this year, as a part of their work, to revisit the RSA or the warrant that we had relative to ethics committees, and to do some work in reseating a ethics committee for 2021 to assist all of our work, because I think it really needs to happen based on some behavior that I've seen over the course of the past 2 years. And with that, that's my entire public comment. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else for public comment? Okay. Seeing none, then we'll move on to the next item on the agenda, which would be the department head committee items. Is Highway Superintendent Benjamin Knapp there?
Yep.
Okay. Do you have something for us, Benji?
Well, I didn't, unless you guys had a question for me. One of you had asked about summer hours at the transfer station. A little early to even think about it, but I mean, that was been in the last, well, at least in the last year's proposed budget for this coming year. It's not last year's, but anyway, but we just could propose, worked on this last fall for this budget. And, you know, the budget's pretty stringent up there, and I don't foresee having summer hours all summer up there with a default budget. So unless something changes, that's what my answer would be on the situation. So, I would like to congratulate Sherry and Ricky on getting reelected, and I look forward to working with all you guys again for another year, hopefully.
Thank you, Benji.
Thanks, Benji.
Thank you, Ben.
Okay, anything else from department heads? I see Chief Moore is on. Anything, Chief?
No, sir. Just congratulations to those elected and sworn in.
Chris, are you gonna tell them about your new toy?
We did receive delivery on the state bid from the Tahoe today. It's going to take probably about 3 months to be fully upfit where citizens will be able to see it out on patrol. But that's about the timeline. Possibly 3 months to have wrapped on, and then the upfit done by us people.
Okay. Oh, so you've already got delivery on it.
Yes, sir. And we do greatly thank those citizens who supported that effort. It was definitely needed. So thank you.
Okay, thanks, Chief.
Chief, Jack, the one thing that we did have on the agenda, I think I sent you all an email regarding the reappointments.
Right.
The reappointments were supposed to, we're still lacking some. Not everybody's filled out and signed the ethics form. They filled out just the application, but a good share of them were going to go to Karen, who Karen was not in today. So I'm still missing 2 on zoning, 2 on conservation, 1 on cable. So I felt that with nothing this week it's going to affect it, is next Monday we could plug this week to get the rest of the stuff in, and next week we could do it all in one fair swoop. So I'm asking you not to do it tonight and do it next Monday.
Okay, I don't have a problem with that. Anything else from other members of the board? Their opinions?
No issues. I think it's, yeah, let's wait, make sure all the paperwork is signed by everybody. All the T's are crossed and I's dotted and all that fun stuff.
I would agree.
Yeah. Johnny?
Yeah, I'm all for that.
Yeah. Harry?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Okay. Nothing else under department head and committee items. The next item was the Board of Selectmen, select committees for representation.
So Jack, what we have is, I sent you around, I actually put it on my
Yep.
administrator's report.
I
It's
saw
number
that.
8. So there's 5 boards or committees that require an ex officio. There's a planning board that's the second and fourth Thursday at 7 o'clock. CIP, which meets Wednesday mornings at 8:30 from August to October. Parks and Rec meets the second Tuesday night at 7. The Stone Fund meets once a year in either November or December. And the Heritage Commission is actually an inactive commission at the moment. So there's really a need for 4.
I'll keep the
So-
Stone Fund. Well, no, we've actually stepped it up to 2 meetings a year now. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So I can bring that information forward.
So it's twice, they meet twice a year now?
Yes, I think we should be meeting in May, I believe, as well.
Okay,
Dick was gonna get a hold of me again,
so you're staying on that?
if I could.
Okay. So I have
I'm gonna
planning board, CIP, and Parks and Rec.
I'll
I'll
take
stay
the
with-
CIP.
I'll stay with the planning board.
Leaves Parks and Rec.
John will take Parks and Rec again.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that was fairly simple.
Yeah. Okay, the next item is to elect the chair and a vice chair for the Board of Selectmen.
I'll nominate Ricky Hepler for chair.
Okay, there a second?
Second.
Okay, there's a second. All those in favor?
John Van, yeah.
John Osborne, yes.
Okay, Sherry?
Yes,
Okay. And I'll abstain.
I'll abstain.
Nominate Jack Deer, or
Jack Dearborn, okay.
yeah, Jack Meany for vice chair.
I'll second that.
Okay, all those in favor?
John Osborne, yes.
John Van, would, you got cut off,
Yeah, John Van, yeah.
okay? And
Sure.
Sherry
Yes,
and Ricky.
I'll abstain.
Yeah, and I'll abstain, seems concerned to me. Okay, that takes care of that.
So with
I
that
guess the
being
next-
said, do you swap?
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
I guess
Jack,
we
Jack, you can finish the meeting. You let me do it last time, so I'll let you finish it this time.
Yeah, I get the manifest, so it's kind of hard unless I hold it
Kinda
up.
hard for me to do it without even that, yeah.
Okay,
We
the
have a
next
hard time
item,
doing it again.
yeah, and that's the next item, as a matter of fact, is the manifest, so moving right along. This is the manifest is to order the treasurer to sign the payroll and accounts payable checks dated March 18th, 2021, as included in the following manifest. Payroll manifest for $63,146.84. Accounts payable manifest for $52,946.89, for a total of $116,093.73. Do I have a second?
second.
All those in favor?
Yes.
Ricky, yeah. John Van, Sherry,
Yes.
John Osborne,
Yes.
and yes for me. On that though is a note, just so you're aware, if part of the discussion, and we might as well have part of it now, is about alternating weeks. Starting, I know it was tabled till after the election, for starting to do every other week. And what's the consensus on that? Because if there is, I'll have to read the last part of the manifest in for we start alternating.
I'm fine with every other week.
I would, but I would start in April, beginning of April, to do the first and third Mondays of the month.
Yeah.
That works. I don't know what the consensus of the rest of the board is.
I have no problem with that as long as the, and I think we've beat this horse to death is if there's no, pressing issues to be had, then yeah,
Yeah.
we can do the 2 weeks. But, if we need to hold one in between, we hold one in
We
between.
would do that. Yeah, we did that last time, so I think that worked
Exactly.
fine.
That's what I'm saying. I think it worked all right.
So I think it's
And,
phrased, Jack, as first, third, and any as needed.
right, first, third, and any is needed. That's right. So we'll start that the first Monday in
April.
April, which I think is the 5th, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so you don't need to read your paper then.
Yep, so I don't need to read the last line at this point. So do we need to make a motion on that?
I don't
Naomi?
think so.
Okay, so the next item is the minutes for 3/8. Page 1. Page 2. Page 3. Page 4. Page 5. And page 6.
So the second is read.
I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Ricky? Okay, John Van? Okay, and Sherry?
Yes.
Okay, and now also for myself.
I can. The YouTube video will not record Ricky's positive vote unless there's voice. So Ricky did vote the positive.
Yeah, you gave me the thumbs
Yeah.
up, so
Yes.
yes. Okay, the next one is the administrator's report.
Now, I was good enough to email it to you all today. I didn't forget. Forestry, I had all intentions, and I apologize. I've got it right out today and I didn't get that done, but now that it's settled down a bit, I'll get you the forestry contract and I'll also get it to conservation. The rest of the month for Zoom, we have tomorrow night's Parks and Rec. Then we have next week, we have Monday and Thursday is Monday's Board of Selectmen and Thursday's Planning Board. Reappointments we'll do next week. Ex officios you already took care of. The building inspector, I just wanted to let you know, my comment to the building inspector is to create a firm schedule, share it with the contractors and put it on the website. This evening, before I left the office, Kyle came up and Kyle gave his notice. He's not going to stay with us part-time. He sent me a text saying effective March 31st would be his last day. He'll turn the keys and the fob in, and that would be his last day. So with that being said, I guess what I'd like to see us do, and my intent was to work out a schedule similar to what we had when Chip was here, with office hours in the morning and the afternoon for walk-ins when we are open, and then say 7 to 9 and 3 to 5, 2 days a week. I picked Monday and Wednesday. That would be walk-ins or phone calls, or anybody could call in and he would be there to take the phone or help you out or ask any questions. And then between 9 and 3, you could schedule inspections accordingly, and that would be for Monday and Wednesday. And then my thought was Friday, because we are running into the building season, that Friday we could do inspections only for half a day because we had budgeted 25 hours a week. And the thought behind all of that was Monday and Wednesday, Kelly works Monday through Thursday. Because if you recall, when we do 5/10s, we all have one day that we're not there, but the majority of us are. So Kelly's not there on Fridays. So I think that she could prepare folders for whomever now to go out on inspections for Friday. But I think we need to stick with a fixed schedule now that we're going to have to advertise it as well. What I will do is I'll reach out to Francistown, Deering. There was a couple others that wanted to do a mutual aid agreement. New Boston. We have one with Goffstown, but I certainly don't want to burn the bridge there. I can reach out to Dunbarton. Dunbarton had expressed an interest, and the gentleman that did Francistown had expressed an interest, so I can reach back out to those as well. But we'll have to advertise, obviously, sooner than later. What are you guys' thoughts on the 2 days, kind of with Kelly being there? And I thought Monday, Wednesday worked the best because Thursdays and Tuesdays are basically zoning and planning board days. Not that she can't do anything for building in between, but that's, just like preparing for a meeting for Tuesday night or Thursday night. Those are the days would be more planning and zoning than building. Mondays tend to be busy because Mondays are people, have done some work on the weekend. Wednesdays right in the middle of the week, and then Friday they could do some inspections, before the weekend.
Well, I think you have best understanding on how it's going to work, you and the department, members. So if you guys think that will work, then we'll try it for a while.
All right, so what I'd like to do then is I'll come up with a schedule and put together kind of an advertisement per se and send it to you guys, and next week we can finalize it and we can get it going. In the meantime, I'll talk to the area towns for a lending hand like we've always done.
All right.
Does that work?
Yeah, I think you're right. To advertise it sooner rather than later, and that way.
And the number, okay, so I can do that and we'll talk about that and finalize that and get that going. So number 10, you already talked about and took care of, was your bi-weekly meetings. 11, you see, Tuesdays is my normal day, and then I am going to add an additional day this week for Friday. I have something personal. On the building projects, Walker Roofing met with me at the town hall on Thursday, and Jack happened to go by and stop, and we met Tom there. We looked at the back of the buildings. The returns don't seem to have gotten any worse, but at the same time, we wanted him to take a look at them. We looked at the front, we looked at the back, and it appears that from what I got out of him, that he was just going to check on the price of materials is what may change the cost. But again, he said he'd get back to me today, and I never heard a word from him today. We also did go over to the stone building and went and looked inside at the cap. And he said that he probably could do that at the same time that he did the returns because they own a lift now. But again, I didn't hear from anybody. And Jack, if I was not mistaken, he was supposed to get back to me today, correct?
Yeah, that's what he stated. He'd get a hold of you today.
Well,
So he'd have a number for us tonight, and he hasn't. And with the cap, he just said that one's going to take some time because it was soldered. So he has to do something.
He's got to clean it up. He's got to
clean it and
put it back
solder
on.
it. Yeah.
So I guess on that note, do you want me to just bring out the RFP and we'll go try to find some other people? I can't keep playing this game. Now you see what I'm up against.
We need to keep moving. This is getting ridiculous.
Yep.
Okay. All right, I'll reach out and see, you guys gave me Melanson last time, and I see if I can come up with any others.
I was given a name at the election from a gentleman in town who's a contractor who uses a company for roofing and does some specialized stuff, including copper repair. I'll have to reach out to him and try and get him tomorrow and find out what the name is.
Okay. Well, I know that we've had good luck with them, but we can't keep waiting Monday night after Monday night.
Right.
So the sign, the gazebo sign, Benji's still on. So I got the sign to Benji for the gazebo and the 2 signs for the Schmid property, which you're looking at number 3, number 4 and number 7. Benji has those, so I just wrote DPW has the signs and will install as schedules allow. It could be something that he could pick up and have somebody do if he's looking to fill in a few things in between during mud season. Is that all right, Benji?
I don't know, is he still there?
Yeah, he is. That's okay.
Okay.
If I can we also add to that list the no parking signs on Reservoir as we get closer to that season for Chase Park? I'd like to see if we can, once we're pretty sure that we're not be winging anything back, I'd like to go ahead and get those up when we can.
Yeah, you're gonna have to wait. Yeah, the ground's gonna get soft to put the sign things in.
Yep, I just want to make sure that if that is one of your numbers.
Oh, okay. So you want me to add
Yeah,
that to mine?
Also, while you're adding that to your list is, see if we can figure out a time frame to put the sign up in front of the town hall.
That's gonna be weather related as well, but okay.
Right.
I'll put on, that one is on my list.
Yeah, just to double check, when they're gonna get the granite and so forth.
Okay.
Naomi, wasn't there something about the police marking off where they wanted the signs on Reservoir Drive last year?
We're gonna have to revisit that whole thing because we got the signs, but there's let me revisit that. I'm not gonna try to do it by memory, but Chris is not on anymore, I don't think.
Yeah.
No, Chris is not on anymore. So I think we'll just Benji and I can work it out with Chris and we can go from there, but I do have it on my list. It would have to be when it softens up a little bit. And other than that, I had hoped that maybe we could use number 8 as a fill-in with, with Kyle, which was some repairs around the buildings, but and maybe whomever we do that, we could do the same thing with.
Yeah, I'm still here. You want to talk to her without me there? Okay, just notice.
Okay.
So that's all I had for you guys. Actually, no, there is one more thing I wanted to. I think we swapped emails on it. Not swapped emails. I think I shared an email with you about opening the building. It didn't get on my list though.
Yeah. Was that in April?
It was something I tossed out there. I sent you guys all an email. I thought I'd put it on my list, but I didn't. Sorry. There's evidently there's a lot of discussion about why we're still closed and things like that. And I had expressed to you in an email that I would, and I don't mind opening the building for regular business hours, but when it comes to our meetings, until, I guess, how I put it to you was I would like you to mandate that the meetings still be Zoom, and I gave you all my reasons. I can bring it up, but I got the other computer here. I think you all have it, don't you?
Yeah, I have it.
So I guess I was looking to see what your guys' thoughts were, because I know we said we'd revisit it at the end, but if you're thinking of opening, we could kind of let people know. First of all, April is dogs, and I don't expect that everybody that wants to do a dog is to go do it online.
Right.
That's just one thing.
And what about the clinic? Is that going to happen, Naomi?
Unless they're gonna hold it outside. I don't know. I haven't talked with Maureen. She just wasn't in today. I mean, I think there's an opportunity to hold it outside, but what are you gonna do? You know, it's gotta be a fair weather day. Because we haven't opened the town hall yet.
No.
So I'm all for opening up the town offices in April. The second part of that, the mandate all boards, commissions, committees conduct their meetings via Zoom until further notice. I'm not sure I like that one. I understand the reasonings that you listed on here, but I also would like to eventually get back to actually meeting in person. I think I'd feel more comfortable if it was mandate either in person at the town hall or at the town office or Zoom, either or. Outside, I'm not with. I know there was one particular board that thought about just meeting outside of the gazebo, and I'm 100% against that one.
That's where the argument came about meeting outside. I think part of the problem, John, and I expressed it in my email, was that, you know, if anybody's doing the 2-shot deal, they might have it in March, second one will be April. Our conference room, if the governor still makes 6-foot distancing and masks, that allows 3-4 people to come to our meetings and that's it. I was just, you know, and why I said until further notice, because once we've received the vaccines that we've received and most everybody's vaccinated, and the governor's probably going to lessen the emergency order for the 6-foot in the masks. I don't know. Could be down the road a little bit. That's where I was thinking, because we all talk about transparency. And I don't think, I mean, giving somebody an option and, you know, in the meeting or a mandate to stay remote until further notice, we may have, I don't know, it's very, it's frustrating because I know this just going to be all over again. That's just my sense.
Okay, and I was just giving mine. I mean,
Sure.
we're all not going to agree all the time. I mean, I agree with getting everything back open again, but I think it ought to be either or, not just 100% Zoom all the time.
Okay.
Right now, my opinion is that, you know, we haven't had any real suffering as far as getting town services. I understand the part with the dogs coming up for registration and so forth. April starts to get busy. But if we start holding committee meetings live, then at that point, we're going to have to all sit at the table together with masks. It's still a mask mandate until the governor lifts that. And we have a mandate, you know, for the town hall, and that's to protect the rest of the employees. That's what we want to do, because then we still have to keep 6-foot distancing inside the meeting room. Still have to worry about sanitizing and so forth. And I think that's, you know, we can only have like 2 or 3 people come in if we're going to open up for meetings. Opening
But
up
in regards to that, Jack, is between March, when this all started, of 2020, and when we all went to Zoom, right around Thanksgiving time, we were all sitting in the room before.
And that was before, you know, and it's the old adage, you know, because we used to do it. We used to do it that way. Doesn't mean it was right. And I think that we come a long way since then. And I think we still have that obligation. I'm still not in agreement of opening up the town hall to everybody, because we still have to meet the requirements of, if we do, then we have to sanitize it and for other people to come in there. And right now, I don't think that's something that we really have to worry about at this present time. But as far as doing the Zoom, it seemed to work out pretty well. I don't see there's a big rush to start having meetings in person right at this moment. the legislature is trying to do that, and they're having problems doing that. So, I mean, I don't want to get in a conundrum with it, to the fact that we, you know, we can't let enough people in if they want to come in for a meeting. I think at this point, until we see how it goes, I think we should continue on this way. And I think the Zoom has been working pretty well, all things considered. It's just my opinion.
Well, revisit it in May. You know, they're gonna start giving shots to another group of people, so.
Johnny, how do you feel?
I concur with you. You know, we're gonna have to keep mask on and social distancing, which limits the amount of people. I stay Zoom and for probably the next couple months. I really do.
Rick?
Yeah, I'm indifferent. I understand both sides of the coin. Regardless, I think that we need to stay in some kind of a recording platform. You know, and obviously we can provide that with the Zoom platform. I just think that I think that if the need arises to have a non-public, I think that we need to be able to meet in session, in person. I'm not in favor of non-publics via a Zoom platform.
Okay, we don't record them, so, but yeah, I understand what you're saying. So, do you want to postpone it again? Sherry's suggestion, she said till May.
Well, that's 6 more weeks, so if somebody
Yeah.
gets a shot in early April, you know,
Things
they
may change. I know the governor is having orders to open a lot of places up in May, so we'll see how that goes. Maybe we'll go along with that. I don't know. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I think we need to, you know, I do agree that we need to open up the town office to an extent, because we are going to have that influx of business, the April business. So to some extent, I know it's going to be sanitized and it goes along with it. But, you know, as we've stated before, now you can start opening windows a little bit here and there because the weather's going to be better. You'll get a little ventilation. I'm not saying that's the end all be all, but it won't be as closed up as it has been in the last few months.
So is there a date somebody wants to make to open up the office for regular business?
I'd say open the town office up for main business starting April 5th, first Monday in April. Let them come in. But keep all the meetings Zoomed until at least the 1st of May. We'll discuss it again then.
Okay.
Is that a
But again-
motion?
Yeah, is that a
I'll
motion,
make
John?
that motion.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay. Roll
I just-
call.
That's why I do a little discussion.
Okay.
My only, again, and I think it'll have to be monitored is, you know, obviously the door is open, but we need to monitor how many people are inside at all times.
Right.
At the town office, you're talking, Ricky?
Correct. You can't have that line out the door like we've always had in years past. We have to have some kind of monitoring to allow to make sure that we keep the distance, et cetera. I know that we talked about the ability to unlock the door remotely. Is that still working or no?
Yeah, it's, well, we have signs all over, like when you first open the door, only 2 can be in Maureen's office and 3 can be in the lobby, and then you've got down front lobby. So there's signs that they can look through. If there's 3, they wait. So people have honestly been very, very good about reading the signs and not, because there's 3 seats in that lobby area that are
Okay.
6 feet apart. So if they see 3 people in, you know, we can still do remote, but once we open the town and I use the Allen wrench, it's not gonna have any bearing on the people.
Right, right. I
But
just want to make
people
sure that,
honestly have followed the signs back when we were open, Rick, that there was X amount allowed in Maureen's office, because there's only a little bit of bypass there. I think that 2 in there and then 3 in that lobby, and then outside the door, you can have another 1 or 2, and then down on the landing, you can have another. So,
I just wanna make sure
but
that's
honestly, they were very,
observed.
very good about, yeah, everybody was very good about reading the signs. We still have all those signs up.
okay.
Okay, any other discussion before we continue with the motion? Okay, the motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor? Sherry,
Yes,
Ricky,
Yes,
John Van,
Opposed?
John Osborne,
Yes.
and I'll abstain.
While we're on this conversation, do we want to just reiterate that the town hall is going to be closed, and do we want to revisit that in May, like we're going to be doing with this? Because I can't remember if we actually set it a time when we were going to revisit it. Obviously, I'm not going to say obviously. I'm not in favor of opening up the old town hall yet.
yeah, nor am I.
I
No,
think you guys
don't-
left it, I don't think you guys put a time frame on it, but you're welcome to now bring it back up and we can keep it, because you'd have to go way back to the fall minutes, so.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think we put a time on it. We just said it was closed until further notice, so.
Okay, I make a motion that the town hall remains closed and will be revisited first meeting of June.
I'll second
I'll
it.
second that.
yeah, I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Yes,
Ricky, yes. Sherry,
Yes,
John Osborne,
Yes.
John Van,
Yes.
and yes.
Okay, that's all I had under my report, and anything else.
Any correspondence or other business? Anybody got any?
Yeah, I got something.
Okay, John?
We need to really start pushing the cemetery RFP. We got 2.5 months before Memorial Day. We've got to have somebody in there, clean them up.
Yeah, I agree.
I do have one more actually piece of correspondence. I think you all got it, and I think it's just a reminder. I believe you received it from the finance administrator and it was sent to everybody. I just think we need to keep a close eye on that. Because we are in default, we have to stay within our means. If that means things don't happen or projects don't happen because of it, then that's how it is. But nothing gets spent if you're down a person or a job is open for a little while. That doesn't get spent until later on. If it's still open, we can revisit it. But I think it really needs to kind of be paid attention on our level as well. Beth has done a great job and will continue to keep her eyes on it for us. But there may be some things that we're going to have to get involved with when push comes to shove on some things. I know I don't want to feel like it's a micromanage, but I think we have to all be mindful that default is default. So I just want everybody to kind of remind you and think about what the finance administrator had sent out to everybody.
Anything else under correspondence or other business?
yeah, I go on.
Go ahead, Rick.
I want to thank all the voters for coming out like the moderator did. And thank you for putting me back in place. And I want to thank you, Jack, for navigating us through quite an interesting year with all the COVID stuff. So
Let's put it mildly.
yeah, thank you for your continued support on that.
And anything else?
I'll second that. Great job, Jack, over the last year.
Well, it's, I want to thank everybody on the board. It's, as they say, there is no I in team, and without the team, we couldn't have got a lot of stuff done. And I want to thank all you guys for your support when I was chairman this year. And now we can go back to Rick and So starting next week, you'll be the new chairman and, best wishes with that for the upcoming year.
Good luck is what you're saying.
That's it.
I hate to keep pushing this, but that's the cemetery's RFP. Could we have that brought before us next Monday night so we can get that out?
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna basically be the same, but probably for a year. I mean, we can
That's
just
fine.
change, we can
That's fine,
just,
'cause, we need to get it out and it's gonna take probably 2 or 3 weeks to get back and put somebody in that spot, which is cutting as we all know, the cleanup that's gonna have to be done this spring.
Yeah, it's gonna take longer with cleanup this
Yep.
year, for sure, yeah.
Especially with all the wind we've had too. It ain't gonna be easy.
Oh, it's not.
No,
well, if
that's-
it only
that's
blew in
for
the
sure.
right direction, we'd be okay.
Right, to the wood line. I did speak in passing to our other lawn care vendor, and there is absolutely zero interest in the cemeteries.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's gonna be tough because you only have a certain amount of money. And I
Right.
think, over the past years, we've not had any competition for that RFP because of the money.
Right.
So we'll see what we get.
Right.
Okay. Anything under correspondence or other business?
How about a motion to adjourn?
I'll second that.
All right.
All those in favor? Rick,
Yes.
Terry,
Yes.
John Van,
Yes.
John Osborne.
Yes.
Okay. Good night, everybody, and thank you very much for attending.
Thank you.